Hey guys, so today's video is going to be on this natural glowy glam look here. It's quick, it's easy, it's fresh, and it's great for spring and summer. You want to start off with a well moisturized skin as always. This has hyaluronic acid in it, which is a natural acid found in your skin, which just helps to pull moisture deeper into the skin. And then we're going in with the Cover FX Smoothing Primer. I use this on my T-zone and just on my cheeks under my eyes. Then we're going to go with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I put this on the back of my hands, and I'm trying out this new foundation today. It's the Tarte Double Duty Beauty and Powdered water gel foundation. It's new. I just got it today, and I was actually really loving it. I kind of want to do an entire video dedicated to this because I was honestly very surprised. It wasn't like I was expecting something bad. I just wasn't expecting it to be as amazing as it was. As you can see, I'm doing pretty light. I didn't go too crazy at first, and it's still covering up just as well as the Tarte's Rainforest by the Sea foundation, which is what I have been using for this look, but I wanted to try this one out, and it worked just as well, except the coverage was even better than the Rainforest by the Sea. This is a water-based gel. Also has hyaluronic acid in it. I didn't find that out until I did some research on it. As you can see, I had way more than I needed, so I went ahead and I did a second layer, but it definitely didn't even look cakey. You can still see my skin. It looks like skin, and it was extremely moisturizing, so this would be really great for dry skin. As you can see here, it still looks like skin. It's just a little perfected, a little more dewy, and I was pretty impressed. So then we're going in with the Tarte Rainforest by the Sea concealer. This concealer reminds me a lot of the Revlon Dark Circle Eraser concealer. It just kind of melts into the skin and the foundation, and as long as you apply it correctly and buff it out really well, it does not crease. One of my biggest tricks when I'm applying my foundation or my concealer, after I'm done with both of them, I will go back over with my Real Techniques because it's a bigger, plushier beauty blender basically, and I make sure it's really moist, and I'll go over my entire face for probably like 2 minutes straight. It's a bit excessive, but it does help press that foundation and concealer together and then into my skin. And as you can see here, I'm about to do a close-up shot. It just pushes all of the concealer and the foundation into your fine lines, your pores, any kind of wrinkles, and smooths it out. And it just makes it look like skin. And as much as I love makeup, I want it to look like my skin, just better and perfected. So then I'm going in with this Secret Brightening Effect Laura Mercier powder. I use this just under my eyes and then on top of my lids because it's extremely finely milled. You don't want to use it pretty much anywhere else. I have used it on my cheeks where my pores are a little bigger when they're giving me problems, but this foundation did a good job of covering that up. And then I'm just going over it with a big plush brush to lightly powder my face with the just normal loose setting powder by Laura Mercier. Now I'm going in with this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys know how much I love this. It is my go-to now, especially when I'm paler. And I'm just going to be bronzing up my face, but I'm doing it in a contoury kind of way. I do it in the way that the sun would naturally hit your face so it looks like a natural glow. I do it right at my forehead, and then along the tops of my cheekbones, and then on my neck, and then I'll go in and I'll put a little bit more on my nose and my chin. Typically you want to stay away from those when you're contouring, but because I want this to imitate the sun and a natural glow, I would put color there just because that's where the sun would naturally hit. I do go in and contour my nose just a little bit because I didn't want it to get lost in translation with the bronzer, and also because I really like deep set eyes. I don't have those, but a good way to fake it is to put bronzer or a contour here. As you can see on the right side, it is contoured into my eye. On the left, it is not. You can just see it adds more dimension and gives your face just a little interesting tick to it. Then I'm going in with my baby. I absolutely am obsessed with this. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics Face Glow Palette. I'm going in with Rose Spritz, and it is easily my favorite blush. The fact that it has a kind of luminous overlay to it is amazing. I'll put most of the product on my apples and my cheeks, and then as it fades out, I will blend it into my cheekbone and then further up on my apples on my cheek, and you can just see like, it's such a great glow to the cheek. Then I take Champagne Pop. I stole this from Jaclyn. I take Champagne Pop and I put it over the apples on my cheek just like she does, and the girl knows what she's doing because it's amazing. Then I mix Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop, and I put it all over my face. I'm not even kidding. I literally bathe in this. That's what you want to do. Just bathe. And this brush, I will link the brush below, or well, not link it. It's actually gone probably because this is part of their Elite collection that they're redoing. It's by Morphe brushes. but it's an E something, and I will leave the name below in case they still have it. This has changed my highlighter game. I'm not even kidding you. I used to use like a basically the same thing but a really small version. It was a crease blending brush, but this just blends out the highlighter so much, and you can see that glow. Oh, it's so gorgeous. This is why I love this look so much, because it's just skin, a nice flush to the face, a nice little bit of color, and then a shit ton of highlight. And it's just, every time I move my cheeks, I just kept getting distracted. So there's a lot of little shots of me just turning my face forward in another way. This is my biggest secret. Everyone always asks how I get it to look the way I do. Blending, I tell you, blending is the most important part. You blend your entire face like this. This is literally just that same powder brush I was using earlier, and I'm just taking that and blending everything together so it's seamless. And this will make it look natural ish and it will just make everything blend so much better. And if you you'll disrupt your highlight a little bit, but I don't mind it. I like the effect it gives. But if you want it to be a little bit more, that NASA scary highlight Jacqueline was talking about, then you can always go back in and add more on top of that. Now I'm going in with my brows. I usually don't show this part just because it takes longer, it takes up filming time, and I've done videos strictly on my brows on how I fill them in. But I thought, what the hell, might as well throw it in since I'm showing you guys everything else. And also just because this video turned out to be really short, I was kind of surprised and I needed to add some fillers to it. So now you get a little peek into how I've been doing my brows lately. I changed them up from the last video. After watching Desi Perkins' eyebrow video, I remembered how much I love doing the little short, light-handed bursts on your brow, imitating brow hair. So I went back to doing that, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, as always, in the color taupe, and just doing very quick, light-handed strokes and slowly but surely filling your brows in. Something about this look, one of the girls wanted it to be like a 10-15 minute quick kind of look that you do on days you don't have time. It's not exactly what it is, but it is pretty quick. Like, the longer you practice, the better you get at it. So it could definitely be a 10-15 minute thing as long as you get quick at it. Then I'm going in with the brow gel, as usual, still ABH. I love this stuff. It's like cement for your brows and they don't go anywhere. So after this, I'm going to be going in with mascara. My favorite holy grail mascara that I have ever used in my entire life, and if you know me or watch my old videos, you know I'm obsessed with mascara, is this YSL Volume Mascara. It is absolutely amazing. But today I am not using this. I am going to use this L'Oreal Superstar Volume Mascara. I saw it on my beauty group. I was really interested in it, so I tried it out today. It's a really good alternative for the YSL. It did pretty good, but it didn't do what the YSL does. So once I applied this, you'll see me here in a second go in on top of this with the YSL. It still didn't give me the same effect the YSL usually does, but it still worked and they were still pretty good. But overall, my YSL is still my girl. It's still my girl. Still my favorite one. But they weren't bad. Then I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop and add a few highlights to my inner corner and then under my brow for a final little bit of glow. And that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was a little shorter than I expected, but I hope you like it as much as I do because this is seriously what I've been wearing every day. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.